Well, hello everybody, Mark Anthony here. Today, you're probably wondering, where did I come up with this title? Well, it's because of this little thing right there. That's my modem. This is my NAS. A NAS, Network Attached Storage. Didn't start out that way, which with most things in my life has a story to it. That's why I named this video part 1, because this is a journey. It's going to be a long journey. It's going to be a multiple journey over God knows how long. Now, why would somebody like me have one of these? Now, let me show you just what's inside of this one here. Why it's in my bedroom. You're going to have to buy me a lot of drinks for me to tell you that story. But there it is. 4 terabytes, 4 terabytes. Western Digital Red are the drives. Each of them are, like I said, 4 terabytes. Why would somebody like me need 4 terabytes in a network attached storage unit? Well, it starts out because I have a girlfriend, or at least my wife calls her my girlfriend. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 63 degrees.
That's my girlfriend, Alexa. See, I have a large music collection. I have hundreds of CDs of my favorite.
I didn't find any large songs, but I found some other music by AC/DC. Would you like to hear that instead?
No.
Okay.
So there she is. Now I have a large music collection, and so does my wife. Hundreds of CDs of our favorite music that we basically grew up on. Well, Amazon said, hey, you buy her and we'll let you throw up all of the music you have up on our cloud. Cool, got it, loved it. And a couple months ago, Amazon went, no, not going to do it anymore. You have to stream our music. Well, their music isn't exactly my music, or at least not the depth of my music. So I went looking, and I found that if I were to download all of my music onto a hard drive and then plug in a little app called My Media, that My Media would stream my CDs through her. Okay, cool. Problem was, I'd have my computer on for My Media to access my music. Didn't always work, especially first thing in the morning. I really don't want to get up, go turn on my computer or do any of that. The alternative was to take a old laptop that I had and basically turn it into a server. That was okay, but it had its limitations. And again, I didn't like having to boot, reboot, and do all that. That put me in the direction of this. Now, here's a learning lesson for anybody in business. Small business, medium business, I don't care. Listen closely to what I'm about to say. I went looking for an answer. How do I play my media, my music through the My Media app and make it available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Well, a website, actually a YouTube video for a website article kept popping up. NAScompares.com. And no matter how I phrased the question, no matter how I looked up the problem, if it included NAS and mymedia.com or My Media, the same article kept popping up. And this article linked a video, the power of video. If it didn't link to the article, it links directly to the YouTube. They went hand in hand. So I kept going back to that same article, that same video. And that same video talked about the Synology line of NAS. Guess what I ended up buying? A Synology NAS. This is a Synology DS218 Plus. It is 2 bays. The hard drives I put in are top of the line, from what I read, 4 terabytes. Because I'm also going to use it for video, I set it up so that it was redundant. I have 2 bays, 4 terabytes each, but they mimic each other. They mirror each other. So I have 4 terabytes mirroring 4 terabytes. When I first got this, I thought, Oh, I need to back up one step here. When all this was happening, finding a way to play my music from She Who Cannot Be Named, one of my external hard drives, my 4 terabyte hard drive, crashed. Thankfully, everything on it was backed up to the cloud, but I lost a 4 terabyte drive as well. So that kind of pushed me even a little bit further to going towards the NAS because of its reliability as well as its availability. All right. So everywhere I looked, I kept seeing Synology NAS. This is what, for me to do what I needed to do to get my music to play, the videos that I kept running into and the articles that I kept running into referenced Synology. So I bought a Synology. In hindsight, I wish I'd bought a larger one. I wish I'd bought like a 4 bay. But for now, this is good. Can always upgrade these to 6 terabytes, but let's just play with a 4 for right now. All right. So let me move on here. All right. So I get this. And now the reason I decided to make this video and make it into a series is because 90% of the videos, 95% of the articles online telling you how to set up a NAS is in Greek. I'd say seriously 95 to 99% of all the videos out there think that you have a degree in nuclear physics or quantum physics or something like that. It is, thankfully I have a 3-monitor setup, so I could put their video on monitor 1, a dictionary or a terminology search page on terminal number 2, and then on my number 3 monitor was my NAS, because they all spoke in this textbook geeky, serious geeky shit. And it's like, okay, I got to understand what they're saying because I can't find anything else. Until I ran, this is a good one. And then I ran into, what's his name? Unky Joe's. Now, Unky Joe is a retired guy from the IT industry who goes back to, I've got to say, the punch cards. But he knows his shit. But he says it in my language. One of the first videos on Synology NAS, basically he goes, okay, push this button and let's see what happens. Okay, the moment he said that, he had me. Okay, anyone that is an IT professional goes, okay, let's push this button and see what happens. Just so happened that it worked. But he brings it down to my level, to a normal person's level, and there's really not that many videos out there that explains this in common everyday language, and I'm going to hopefully be one of those that can help people like me, like you, understand the power of a NAS, because it really is the longer that I have this, the more that I play with it, the more important that it is becoming to my business. Actually, back to my story. Once I got it working, once I got my media working with my NAS, or as close to working with my NAS as it could, it was just not functioning the way that I wanted it to. So I wiped that all out, and I went with Plex. All right. Now it's not that big of a deal. Plex still does what I want to do. but it was made for NAS. The app that I use and how it is connected was made to work with a NAS. So now I have my entire music collection on here. It's available to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, through She Who Cannot Be Named. It's available to me on my app, so when I'm out on tours, I can do that. I'm now moving some of my video collection to this. That's why I keep saying, hindsight, I wish I went with at least a 6 terabyte or maybe a 4-port, but again, I'll build up that later. Question is, how is this helping me as a business person and as a YouTuber? Well, it's becoming my right-hand tool because of the fact that it is a network attached. I can access it through my app 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's always on. It doesn't need to be rebooted. It doesn't need to sleep. If one of these crashes, I've got the other one as a backup. Every place I read said that Synology is the #1 NAS maker. Western Digital Red is the drives that you want, so that's what I went with. The convenience of having that much availability in storage, that ability to expand as I need it. Let's face it, storage is getting cheaper by the day here, okay? Less than $200. I got 4 terabytes that are available to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just not only the amount of storage, but the ease and the availability of it. To go from my desktop or my laptop to the NAS, for me to be able to store whatever I need right there and have it available to me. The fact that I'm not paying another service, cloud service, to back it up. I could, if I wanted to, but I don't need that right now. The fact that I can store so much of my videos up there, so much of my video content, my photos, my pre-production, my post-production, and my original reason, music. All of my music is on there. My wife's music collection is on there. And again, I don't have to worry about whether or not it's on or off, or if I have to go and boot up my computer in my office. It's always there. It's always running. The ease and the availability, the dependability that I have with both Synology and Western. The #1 thing that I am becoming dependent upon with my NAS is that it has simplified my workflow. The fact that I have that much storage available to me anytime, anywhere, from my smartphone, from my laptop, from my desktop, my workflow when I shoot video, when I edit video, when I render video, having that much power and the ability to expand it. That's what I'm loving about it. Even though I've yet to move everything over to here, I know seriously it's going to take me a while to fill up 4 terabytes, but I know by the end of the year I'm going to probably boost this up to 8. And that's the cool thing, is these are hot swappable. So if I get an 8, I'll have to buy 2 drives. Pull one out, pop the 8 or the 6 or 8 in there. It'll populate. Once that's done, I will pull out the old 4 terabyte and slip in the second 8, or whatever size I get. And then probably next year I will trade this in for a 4 or a 6 bay one, because that's how large that I see myself going next year is needing that much space, and it's all right here. And it's all available on my smartphone or my tablet. And it's not costing me any more money. It's, you know, I don't have that backup anymore. I don't need that backup. If I do, it's there. If not, I'll just get a third drive. That's it, all right? If you use one of these, or if you're thinking of using one of these, I would like to hear your thoughts and your comments. As always, you can leave your thoughts, your comments, and your questions down below here. Links will be in the show notes. If you want more information, of course, you can find it at. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button. Don't forget to hit the bell button. That way you'll be notified immediately when I post a new video. All right? Otherwise, Mark Anthony, I will see you all next week or next time.